Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly shir of the Zera Shimshon. Hope everybody's well and counting the sphere. Didn't miss a day. Today is the 25th day of the Omer. It's the 10th day of Iyar. Hashem, Ani Hashem Reifecha. Okay, so I'm doing from Parshat Kedoshim today. It's a Kapitel Gimel. It's a short one, so don't get worried. I know I've been going longer and longer, but this is a short one with a segula. Okay. The pasuk says, don't go walking as a peddler of bad news amongst your people. Amecha means and then the next end of the pasuk says, don't stand on the blood of your friend. Okay, now it's a pasuk in Vayikra Tesayin. You can look it up. So why at the beginning he says your nation, you're with you, and the end it says your friend. Furthermore, you need to explain what's the connection with the pasuk that you shouldn't stand on the blood of your friend. Now, blood could also mean money, because damim and damim have double meaning. Okay, so we'll see. Besides Pirush Rashi, you could see yourself. It says in the East of the Shulchan Aruch, Choshen Mishpat Siman Shin Peiches Sif Tes. There it says, Asur Limsor Yisrael B'Yad Gai. It's prohibited to be a meiser. In other words, you can't give over a bad information or any information about your fellow Jew in the hands to a non-Jew. Whether it's his body or whether it's his money. Even if the person that you're trying to accuse is a wicked man. Even if he aggravates him all the time and he's aggravated from him. So we learned this from the story in the Gittin, the Daf Zayin from our Ukva. Shalach Rabbi Eliezer, b'nei Adam ha'aimdim alai, o b'yadi ha'maisam l'malchus ma. So people are standing against me, and he had accusers, and can I give them over to the police? We'll call it the king's man. Amar le daim la'Hashem v'schayil alai. He quoted a pasuk. He says, "Quiet for Hashem." And pray to him. Okay? Well, obviously he told him not to do anything. Okay? The end of the pasuk says he will cause them to fall as carcasses. God will take care of your enemies. Furthermore, in there in Sifid base it says Kol HaMeiser at Sibur U'Matzaram. But anybody who gives over bad news on the congregation, the entire Klal Yisrael, and he is aggravating them, it's mutar l'maisor b'yad nachri l'ha'kaisei or l'yasrei. It's permitted in this case for him to give him over to the hands of the guy, to hand him over to the police, and beat him up. Aval mipnei tsar yachid it's aser l'maisor. But for an individual's aggravations, we don't do that. We don't give them over to the police. That's why the pasuk says in the beginning, don't go and tell bad news about your friends. Okay, those are mashmed, the oisem ma'aseh amecha. It's a Gemara in Bav Metzia Daf Mem Ches on the base. Nasi be'amcha loiseor. It says there, a nasi, a prince amongst your nation, don't curse. And the Gemara says, of course, but if he doesn't do the mitzvahs like the rest of the people in Klal Yisrael do, then it's mutar l'moiser b'yad guy. Then it's permitted to give him into the hands of the guy. That's all if he's going to aggravate the public or he's doing something against the Klal Yisrael b'chlal. But if he's only doing to one individual person, then eino moiter l'maiser. Then it's not permitted to give him over to the hands of the police. Okay, that's what he means by don't give him over. Don't stand on your friend's blood. What do you mean, your friend? That means the friend is an individual. But what can you do? Like Rabbi Lezer said to Amar Ukva, Doim Hashem v'yischaleloi v'hitzeu misayim hakasav ani Hashem ne'aman lefroya. He says Hashem is trustworthy. He'll take care of these bad deeds for an individual. V'asi shaper nami comes also better that shematzinu de afke kral le'inyan rechilos b'lashon halicha. Also that the pasuk says the loiselech. It says it's talking about moving or walking. What does that got to do? Shemilvad ma shepirish Rashi oy yesh la shaboler mois. This comes to include to hint she'ein chayav eino chayav eino nikra Russia. He's not considered obligated and he's not considered a wicked man. That's only when he himself goes to give over his friend. But if he's forced by the police to report somebody, even though he's doing something prohibited, he's not allowed to do that. But he's not obligated as a meiser. You can look there. There's a lot of technical halachas and chayshim mish, but I'm not doing halachas here, and I'm not fitting for it anyway. So if it had said, don't be rugged, I mean, don't conduct yourself in this manner with your friend, with your nation, without saying the lashon of halicha, of moving, of walking, I would say, say he's obligated in any way. Doesn't matter, even if he was forced. This is a Gemara in Baba Kama. It's Hahu Gavra de Boy Achrei Asivna lechavri. So person wanted to hit his friend. Okay? But also the Kami de Rav, he came in front of Rav Omar Lei Loisachavi, Loisachavi. So he said to him, don't hit him, don't hit him. Omar Lei Machavina, he answered the chutzpah. He said, I'm going to hit him, I'm going to get him. The Kasha Lama Kalfulu Lashonai. Why did he double his lashon? Why did he say it twice? It's about Shulchan Aruch Simon now. It's about also in the Choshen Mishpat over there. Ba'amed v'amamuim kishehera hamoiser me'atzmai. He's achayev if the moiser himself shows the police the guy himself. Avaim ansul akum. But if they forced him, the hares or the hera. But if they forced him to show him where the guy's hiding the money or what he's doing, okay, doing illegitimate things, then, and he did show him, being forced is exempt from paying. The Gemara says, the Gemara in the Shulchan Aruch says, if you give over somebody's money, you're obligated to pay for that. You can't go free just on getting a pachi after Oilam HaAmas. No, you have to actually pay back what you forced this guy to lose. That's mean, don't do it if you're not forced. And if even Yansucho lehares loisechavi. And then he said twice. That's why he said twice. And even if they forced you, don't show them. Okay? And then since you came to the king, even though you're not obligated to pay, but there's still an isur even if you're forced. And he answered with serious chutzpah. He said, I'm going to show the king, I'm going to show these the police what he's doing. Even if they force me, and even if they don't force me, that's why he said in the double lashon. Okay, so machavina means to show, also means to hit. Okay, the segula from the Zera Shimshon here this week is that the following letter was sent to the founders of the Institute for the Study of the Zera Shimshon. Benjamin Pashkis and Rabbi Yisrael Zilberberg. Having been introduced to the Torah classic Sefer Zera Shimshon, I decided to set up a number of shiurim in a few Bati Midrash in the vicinity of my Bnei Brak neighborhood. Wanting to do even more, I also sold many copies of the Sefer at highly subsidized prices to people who wanted to learn it. Not long ago, I ran into one of the men who participated in the shiurim. After thanking me emotionally for setting up the shiur, the man made a statement that excited me. Reb David, he said to me, I want you to know that I have experienced a major Yeshua because of you. Naturally, I was intrigued, and I asked him to please provide the details. More than 20 years ago, he said, one of my children needed to undergo a complicated surgery operation. As Baruch Hashem, the operation was successful, but from then on, he has needed to visit his doctor on a regular basis to make sure that nothing has changed for the worse. So it went on for 20 years, checkups every so often, with the doctor telling us that everything was fine. But you know how it is. Things are fine until they aren't fine. A few months ago, my son went to the doctor for his regular checkup. When the doctor was finished examining him, he told our son in no uncertain terms that according to his diagnosis, the problem has returned and that they would need to do a complicated surgery all over again. I can't tell you how disappointing this was for us. Like I said, the operation was extremely complicated, and the fact that it had been so successful the first time around didn't guarantee anything for the future. In this case, even the slightest complication could have numerous side effects and would endanger my child in many ways. Needless to say, we were very nervous. It was around that time that I learned about the Sefer Zera Shimshon for the first time due to the shiur that you established in my neighborhood. The person who told me about the shiur made it sure to point out the many reasons why joining would be a good idea for me, not least the fact that learning the Sefer was known to be a major segula in every area. I decided to join as a schus for my son to get through the operation unscathed and with the hope that he would live a long and healthy life. Shortly after all this, we accompanied our son to the doctor for a pre-surgery briefing, at which time the doctor suggested that we do another test. When he checked the test results, the doctor did the very last thing I would ever have imagined. He apologized. Why are you apologizing? I asked. Because you have been erroneously told that your son needs another operation. That's not true. There must have been a mistake somewhere along the way before you ended up in my office. Because according to what I'm seeing here, there's no reason for anyone to have any type of operation. My friends, your son is completely healthy. Go home and rejoice. And may everyone have a healthy and happy ER. A good Shabbos, Kol Tov.